Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Mai, and today's video is this grandpa's apartment, this apartment that I built in San Myshuno with a very grandfather-like aesthetic. I just kind of realized that I make a lot of grandma aesthetic apartments because I am a grandma internally, but you know what, I thought that I'd get in touch with my grandfatherly side and I don't know, just try to make an apartment that I would kind of imagine that my grandfathers would have lived in. So starting off strong with some bookshelves because my grandpa was actually a very big fan of collecting books and, you know, book adjacent items, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't, but yeah, so I did want to have a lot of books around and use a lot of deep dark woods. Here I'm just working on the kitchen. It's going to be very small, very simple. I didn't imagine that this grandpa really liked to cook that much. So yeah, I just kept it kind of small, just barely functional pretty much. And I really love how it turned out. I think it's a little bit unique. I used some kind of like mismatched counters, having the cabinets be a lighter wood up top and then a deep dark wood at the bottom, which I love. And yeah, just a little bit of mismatch as well with the appliances. And for the dining area, I just use this table from Base Game, and I end up switching the chairs later to ones from Discover University, but I also really wanted to include a bar here in this kind of awkward corner, I'd say. And I really love how it turned out because it like matches perfectly with the counters in the kitchen. And I was trying really hard to incorporate this like carpet all the way through the archway. I really wanted these two rooms, like that little den with the living room, to be connected. But yeah, it's looking a little bit awkward right now, so I do end up changing it. And this couch that I'm using is actually an unlockable item from Base Game. I think that you can get it through the Tech Guru career, but of course there is a cheat that you can use, which is just bb.ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement, and you can just get access to all of those extra items. And just behind there, next to that beautiful big window, I am placing a chair from Basement Treasures, which is just like so on brand for grandpa. And I of course have to add this little vintage record player from, I think it's from Get Famous, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I love the look of that. And I could just imagine them like sitting in that couch or like sitting in that armchair, just listening to their records. And I don't know, just kind of sitting in the sun. I think it's super cute. And yeah, this like room came together fairly easy, fairly quickly. And I also paired some armchairs from I think it's the For Rent expansion pack. Yeah, just had like a perfect matching wood there. I really love how it turned out. And here I'm kind of creating a TV area. I was trying to see if I could size that TV up. But yeah, I really wanted to use kind of an old TV. I imagine that they one of my grandpas had kind of a saying where it's just like, you work, you get tired, what's the point? So I really wanted a lot of the items here to feel a little bit dated, to just kind of feel like, you know, I could get a new TV, but really like, well, what's the point? This one works just fine. And I don't know, I just loved thinking about that little personality component. And I used a painting from the Strangerville game pack above the TV. I sized it down, but I end up sizing it back up in post-production. And here we're just working on our simple little entryway area. I just put up some hooks for your coat, just a little like end table, and a little like umbrella holder as well with some shoes. Yeah, just kept it like really small, simple, kind of like cramped. I just thought that was really cute. And yeah, just trying to find a plant here. I end up using just one from Base Game, and I just like alt place it onto like just like as far into the corner as possible. And I also really love that coin dish from Everyday Clutter. I think it's really cute. And yeah, the entryway, super simple. Here I'm trying to find a rug for under this table. This is also where I realized that because I got rid of that carpet, I ended up leaving the table in kind of an awkward spot. I end up choosing this rug from Get Famous, but I end up changing the swatch when I changed the chairs. And I really love this little stool that I placed next to the bookshelves. I thought it was so adorable, like if they need to reach the higher books, yeah, to have that little stool from Horace Ranch, it was so cute and so perfect. I don't know why I've never done that before, but I'm definitely going to do that again for those tall bookshelves. And you probably also noticed that I put a little bar stool in the corner as well. That is like my new favorite thing to do in kind of smaller spaces, is to just, I don't know, put a bar stool, put some stuff on the bar stool. I don't know, I've been loving doing that. And here in our den, it is going to serve a couple of purposes. And here's when I changed the chairs and I changed the color of the rug just to make it a little bit more colorful. And like I was saying, this den has a lot of purposes. It is both a desk area and like office space, but it is also a little like guest area for their grandchild. I just thought it was kind of cute that I don't know, I just felt like it was kind of a cute idea that they have like their own little space, but like the apartment isn't really that big, and they can't have their own bedroom. So I don't know, they just have their own little den. And I end up making it really cute and decorating it for them. And this chair from Cats and Dogs that I'm exploring right now, this blue one, when I was imagining a grandpa's apartment, this chair is pretty much what I was imagining the most. And I am trying really, really hard to fit it into this den area, but as you can probably tell, it's not working. I do end up like leaving it for the most part, and then in post-production I actually end up changing it for another like unlockable chair item from base game. I think it's a chair called like the Thinker or something, that you get it in like the business career. It's like a very fancy leather chair, and I actually end up placing this blue chair in the bedroom. It ends up looking amazing. I love the end result of this apartment. If you do want to download it, it's on the gallery just under my same name that I use here, maiplaysthesims, both under the hashtag and under the EA account ID. But I don't know about you guys, sometimes I have a hard time finding creators by their EA ID, so finding it under the hashtag is way easier. And here in the grandchild's corner, I am just kind of finishing it all up. I tried to place some curtains on the archway so that you can provide a little bit more privacy, but yeah, none of them really fit because that archway is so chunky. I was about to call it an armchair, but I really love this little like toy box that I add, which is from Growing Together. And I also try to fit in a rug. I do end up finding the right rug to go into this space in post-production when I do like my last little editing, but yeah, I couldn't really figure it out right now, so I pretty much just add a little plant and call it a day in that little office for now. And here is where we're going to be creating the primary bedroom. And I was having a hard time finding a bed until I found this one from Cats and Dogs. And since it didn't really match the rug that much, I ended up just removing the rug and extending the hardwood. And yeah, just picking a rug to go underneath it instead of using the carpet. I think I've been calling it a rug, but the carpet. But I do tie in some of the green from the general living area with the end tables. And here is where I start to struggle a little bit because I didn't feel like this dresser was fitting right. So I try to change the orientation of the room a lot, trying to make it fit and, I don't know, look correct. I later realized that the issue was that those curtains were too close together, and I ended up switching it for the wider curtains, and that ended up making the dresser actually look nice in that space. But until I figured that out, I pretty much tried placing it anywhere else, but it ends up making everything just vastly more complicated. I don't know why I didn't try to change the curtains first, because that was clearly the issue. I do really love this like larger, taller dresser, I think more than the dresser that I end up choosing, but I just felt like it was a little bit too tall to have under the window, and there was really just no other space to place a dresser. And I also find this grandfather clock, so obviously if I'm making a grandfather's apartment, I need a grandfather clock. It's like the most written, unwritten rule, I'd say. And I actually end up placing this little TV from the Basement Treasures kit. I mean, it's kind of in an awkward spot that if they're like sitting on the bed or even sitting on that armchair, they won't really be able to see it. But I don't know, maybe they just kind of have it as like background noise, or because they just don't really want to get rid of it. And I end up fitting in a full-length mirror, and usually with that mirror, I love placing the shoes from Dream Home Decorator under it as just like, I don't know, a way to kind of anchor it, or just kind of like make it reach the bottom in a way. I just always find that like space underneath feels a little empty. And I do also fit in it's not that hard to fit in, a violin. And I put in a little plant in the bedroom, and I actually end up placing another bar stool. And I actually also placed just like one of these little kind of ottoman type deals. And because I wanted to place books on top and the Control-C wasn't making it look too like flush with the actual, like, you know how sometimes when you use Control-9, not Control-C, Control-9, it doesn't like, I don't know, it makes it look floating. So what I sometimes do is I just try to find a different kind of surface, coffee table that like matches the height better, and then just kind of like putting it on that and alt placing it correctly. And next to the armchair, I also fit in an ottoman, so like a two-place ottoman. And behind there, I'm having a really hard time trying to find decorations, trying to find kind of like gallery wall. I think about shelving. I wasn't really making it work. So I think at some point I do give up and I just place kind of placeholder items for the sake of the video, and then I end up fixing it properly in post-production. I also found like this kind of full-on gallery wall from, I do not remember what pack it's from. I think it's Cottage Living, and I really liked it, but for some reason you can see it's like glitching out and not actually fitting properly, so I end up not being able to use it, even though I think it would have been absolutely perfect. But I'm not too salty about it because I am happy with the gallery wall that I end up making. It isn't this. This is like the placeholder that I end up putting for the sake of the video. I actually like create a custom gallery wall with a bunch of different items. You'll see it all in the screenshots. And I decided to include the bathroom and like in the video. I don't always do that with bigger builds, but with smaller builds, I do. And I was really struggling because this is a very large bathroom, and I just couldn't figure out like what would be a nice kind of, I don't know, a nice orientation for all of this, because of the two doors, you don't have a lot of like wall space to place the shower and the counters. So I had to use like a single sink, and then my solution for all of this was to just kind of cut this giant room in half and create like a separate little toilet room, create its own, what was I trying to say? I was trying to create I was trying to give the toilet its own room. That's what my brain was trying to say. Anyways, I give the toilet its own room, and just kind of create an extra wall to make it a little bit easier. I mean, I do still think that it looks a little bit awkward because the shower is kind of like floating. I wish that we could place it like either way. I wish that we weren't so like, I don't know, limited to the orientation of the shower, but I don't know, maybe one day they'll fix that. But we are in the screenshots, so you'll get to see all the little extra details that I've added in post-production, any little changes. I ended up adding a little end table in the living room with a lamp. And also cluttering up the shelves on top of the record player. And I also cluttered up the coffee table. I think I also changed the coffee table. And here we have our adorable little desk area, little office space, bedroom. I put a little teddy bear on top of the bed, which I thought was super cute. And I also added some like kids crafts around that I just kind of imagined like the grandchild made their grandpa, either while they were staying there or I don't know, while they were just visiting. And here we have our finished bathroom. I did actually add a lot of little extra details of just like shelving, little candle on top of the toilet, and I also put in like a little toothbrush holder on top of the sink. And here we have our bedroom. Again, I added some crafts that I imagine the grandchild made their grandparent. I just thought it was super cute. And here you can see a little bit of our gallery wall. Just added a little bit of fishing stuff and that weird little duck in the corner. But that does bring us to our very last screenshot. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Bye buds, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Comment, share with your friends. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.